Throw together 4 complete strangers, all proud of their heritage. Ask each to host their perfect dinner party. Make them score in secret.
I'm talking, you are talking for a good 4 or 5 minutes and I listen.
Madras night, boom.
And watch sparks fly.
Goss's night, come on.
I'm a selfish bastard.
The result, the winner bags a 10,000 Rand prize.
Expect surprises this week.
We're in Pretoria, majestic capital of South Africa, a city steeped in culture. Let's hope the same can be said for its inhabitants.
I like to breed with animals.
Yeah, well, hopefully that's a Freudian slip. Ah, Pretoria, with its presidential offices and monuments celebrating pioneers. They trekked over mountains to settle here, you know. But 157 years later, during National Heritage Week, no less, contestant number 1 is only having to trek to the supermarket. Meet journalist Philip Brewer, who likes to be called Philly, even when referring to himself.
Philly is, I don't think somebody you can particularly pen down on paper. Philly is a unique person. Philly is a journalist by passion, born and bred. The trouble I get to was more of me speaking too much to certain people, revealing too much information.
What a surprise, an indiscreet journalist. Not sure that will be acceptable to contestant number 3, exchange control consultant Irene Nyeli.
I'm very strict with myself and with other people. I expect performance.
Our next guest is already revving up for his performance. Pull over Goss Masidi.
I describe myself simply as Superman. I try and be all things to all men. It's nearly impossible, but I'll try trying.
It's a bit severe. Back to Madre Henderson, the animal lover.
A description of myself would be a bit of a mixture between a boeremeisie and a modern, adventurous and sometimes naughty person.
Careful, Kitty.
A boeremeisie is brought up conservative, you know your place, pregnant, barefoot, housewife in the kitchen.
Might suit Goss.
I'm the master, I'm the boss. That's my place.
Expect surprises this week.
Oh, this baby is mine. Guaranteed. Sign the check. Bring it on. Thank you very much.
Confident start, and he hasn't even seen a menu. First up, Philly's Fusion Meze.
What's that?
Messy.
How do you even say that? Maize, meze. That's my starter for tonight.
Mezzi or mess. Mezzi. I think he was trying to be creative and misspell mess.
It's Meze.
That's why I call it Philly's mess or mess, whatever.
That is shameful. I hope your preparation's better than your pronunciation. Philly's making a selection of dishes which will be served with pita bread and cooked on the braai later on. For now, he scoops out avocado for guacamole. Little more Mexican than Med. Silly old Philly. On to his main, Philly's lamb shank poiki with stumped millies.
Come on, Philly. Did you have another name? Philly.
I don't know why this is Philly's.
Everything is Philly's.
My menu is also Philly everything because it's something unique and it's personally from me. It's a piece of Philip.
And here we go again. Dessert is Philly-fied braai pie.
Must be an Afrikaans guy.
Definitely an Afrikaner.
Big boere guy. Thinks a lot of himself. Thinks he can cook.
Putting my Philly stamp on it, adding a dash of spark and a special touch to everything.
Actually, it's just a piece of shop-bought pastry strewn with marshmallows.
Almost time to Philify.
But before more Philifying, he gets distracted by the freakish weather. One of the hottest cities in the country, it's snowing for the first time in 31 years. It's weird, isn't it, mate?
But come rain or shine or snow, braai sal ons braai.
Put the hand warmers down, Philly. The snow has ceased. The traditional fire is roaring, and Philly's ready for his first guest. No nonsense, Irene.
Fine.
Hi, my name is Philip.
Irene.
Often, the way you can figure from my menu, everybody calls me Philly. You're more than welcome.
Sorry, is it me, or did he just garble that completely?
To my humble home.
I think you need to settle down, Philly.
It's nice and warm.
Yes. Can you believe we had snow today?
Yeah.
Well played.
Can I offer you some red wine or white wine or a shooter or blue wine?
I don't drink.
Moving swiftly on.
Don't you drink anything? Do you want juice?
Yeah, juice.
Appetizer?
Appetizers.
I'll
Thank
get you apple. Are you sure? Guys, I can make you coffee or tea as well.
No.
Out of the kitchen and not barefoot, here's Madre to heat things up.
Hallo? Jy lyk so pragtig.
Smooth talker.
I'm Audrey.
Madre.
First time we saw snow.
Yeah, me too.
Can you believe it?
Going
And
crazy.
having a braai. I mean, I'm Afrikaans.
Poikie. It's okay.
Potjie, braai, everything, and it snows for the first time in ever.
Speaking of poikie, Philly's forgotten his. He shoves lamb and veggies in the pot. A 4-hour dish now has to cook in 2. Last in is the self-styled Superman, Goss.
Hello, sir.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Hi, I'm Philip.
I'm God.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
While the guests warm themselves next to a fake fire, Philly is flat out between cooking in the kitchen and cooking on the braai.
Time is very important now. I must get all this stuff out.
Philly, first of all, love tea. So something to drink. And then when are we?
When are you eating?
Yeah.
I just already noticed a bit of bitchiness going on. He was saying, like in Philly, are we going to eat pretty soon? I mean, honestly, does he think I've been bumping around to my ass the whole time and didn't do anything?
We want food, Philly.
We want food.
So I'm going to get this starter out so that at least their bitchiness can stop.
Yes, they're a demanding lot. You better bump your ass and serve the starter just to shut them up. Here it is, Philly's mess. Sorry, meze. Olive, tzatziki, boerewors and pita bread.
Thanks. And then, no, get it.
Oh, delightful. Come on, somebody say something. Come on!
The meze was so messy. I didn't like the taste of some of the little bits that he had. The hummus or the home, whatever it is.
It's hummus.
Hummus.
It's chickpeas.
Chickpeas. Just say that slowly so I can memorize it. Something.
It's hummus.
What's that? It's got cucumbers and everything else. Call it European mayonnaise.
That's tzatziki.
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 Can I get anybody some shooters?
Oh,
and like a nice springbokkie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'll curdle nicely with the hummus.
So who's the big class for? You?
Yeah, it's for the men, okay? I know because you're going to moan, so that's why I thought about it and I gave us the bigger one.
Something wrong, Madre?
Typical Afrikaans culture.
But I will obviously give you the next one, the big glass.
When Philly gave the men a big, almost double shot of springbokkies and me the smaller one, I thought, yeah, you typical Pretoria guy.
Our icebreaker for the night, we were asking, what is your wildest thing that you ever done? Or like...
Do you want to know?
No, every day is wild for you,
I'm
ne?
scared.
Do you want to see?
Now I'm very scared.
Every day is wild for you.
Please, save my virgin ears.
Do you want to? No. Do you want to see? FIFA World Cup soccer. Hosting country. Pretoria was one of the hosting cities, and there was 4 tickets for the final up for grabs, and the local radio station Jacaranda.
Jack FM.
Jacaranda, yeah. They held a competition, and they said, "What will you do to get a ticket for the final?" And I said, "I will get Darren Scott, which was the DJ at that time, the morning DJ. I will have his name tattooed on my ass."
I'm gonna persuade him to get to show us that part, and he did. We have to see this. We want to see. No. Never mind.
Okay, but anyway,
Wait,
it's not. It's not on the middle of the arm, so you won't see anything hairy or cracky or anything like
We need
that.
proof.
I can show you.
No, we really don't, Irene.
Okay. I'll show you after pudding. Okay.
I just wanted to see that butt.
No, not the hairy cracky.
So I just have to
Yeah,
loosen
that's
the belt a bit.
What's the color for you?
No, we didn't
Wat
mean...
is 'n lelike woord?
Wat
Just
moet ek met booty?
And there it is, Darren's derriere dedication.
I would not put somebody's signature on my part. Not even if he paid me $100 million, I would not. But he did it. He never even went to the World Cup.
Well, it's a bigger hit than the Meze.
That you've got some other man's name engraved on your left rear buttocks.
Yeah.
Man, I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that. That one needs a salute.
thank you,
To
salute.
Philly's left cheek.
Well, Philly's left cheek is probably more tender than his lamb shanks are going to be.
I think they enjoyed it. I saw the expressions on their faces. I read their body language.
And then the voice was dry.
They wanted to dish it so bad, but they couldn't. Even the lady who don't braai, she loved my boerewors.
No, she didn't. There's more riding on the mane than Philly suspects. To finish, he adds his secret ingredient to the gravy, mint sauce. Dinner is served, Philly's lamb shank poikie with stump millies. Look at the size of that.
He dished out his big, looks like Hulk's shoulder, or whatever, that part. Like, looks really big, and I'm gonna fill you up. Mama said fill you up.
You know, lamb shank is supposed to fall off the bone. It did not fall off the bone. I was struggling with my knife. I cut that meat.
Oh dear, Philly's lamb shanks, undercooked, enormous and inedible.
I think the people were so impressed with their starter. They didn't eat so much, but okay, I know the lamb shank was a bit big. And that's why I made it a big point to them, say, please don't feel obliged to eat everything.
Oh, don't worry, they weren't obliged and they left most of it. Time for a little local brew.
Mampoer.
I don't really know what the history of Mampoer is. I just know it's flippin' strong.
I remember immediately afterwards, I felt the sudden need to either pee or to burp at the same time, and I had to hold them both in.
Well, thanks for the restraint.
Take my breath away.
Yes, please do. Just serve dessert, Philly.
It's just to get all the sticky stuff loose from the grit.
Nice clean hands, I'm hoping. That really does look like a mess. Neatly disguised with a dollop of cream and a 1970s cherry. Grubs up, it's Philly-fied braai pie.
30 seconds. Sweetie. Got a lady on the table.
I'm loving your dessert. It's so, so delicious.
Finally, some positive feedback. Almost.
He really tried very hard, and he's such a sweetie pie, and his braai pie at the end really took top honors. So, Philly, superb 7 for you.
Besides the food, I want to give him a good old 6-0.
I was going to give him a 5, but because of the dessert, I'm giving him a +1 for that. So I'm giving him a 6.
I'll give myself an 8.
Deluded! Philly surprisingly scrapes together 19 and takes the lead, with another 3 contestants still to host in the bid to win the 10,000 Rand prize. It's day 2 and Goss has already hit the bottle.
That mampoer was terrible. Not good for my soul at all. So I had to get something to just take it out of my system. So I'm going to give a couple of beers and then hopefully I'll be back to square one.
Incredibly, today's host Irene is also indulging herself. She's down at the spa instead of in the kitchen.
I've scheduled a lot of relaxation time today because I feel that there's no really competition for me.
Competition dismissed. When she can be bothered, Irene will be serving a starter of glitzo with avocado, feta and biltong.
Okay.
Please, so.
So SXI-TSO.
I just hope it's not something like Mopani worms.
No, that delight is for later on. Irene's planning a worm-eating competition. How thrilling. The glitzo is actually okra soup. Irene boils the okra and adds the other ingredients.
Allow it to boil just a little bit. I'm gonna make it so nice that it doesn't look like snot.
Good idea. After preparing her snotty starter, time for the main. Mosho, served with lamb and vegetables.
Grosho.
Yes, it's another good day for our linguists.
Lamb again. Somebody please shoot me.
Oh, we're having lamb again.
I know we had lamb yesterday, but this is the real lamb.
Irene marinates her real lamb in mixed spices, Worcester sauce and chutney. Then, just like the pampered host, it rests. Onwards with dessert. Ntsika with raspberries. It's piqued Goss's interest.
The Ntsika dessert. This whole menu, so far dessert, is either speaking to Xhosa, it's definitely Xhosally influenced. Ntsika sounds Zulu or Xhosa, so it's definitely Nguni. Is the shito, that's the show, the starter, that's throwing me off. I'm busy getting the North African, as in Cameroon, Nigeria kind of thing for it. Or if I'm really wrong, it will be DRC or Zambia, but it's one of the English countries. It's definitely either French or English. Definitely, no, I'm convinced it's English. So it's Cameroon, Nigeria, there. Ghana is a big possibility.
You forgot Norway, Goss. Ntsika is actually Irene's son. Back with the host. Who's unpacking? Is that wine?
If it's a dry evening and she doesn't serve wine, she will shoot herself in the foot, and I don't think she's so stupid.
I bought a few alcohol, and this one, I just bought it because it looks pretty. I don't even know the names. Like yesterday I was struggling with the other name of the Blueberg, whatever wine it is.
I don't know, I'm gonna drink again. I have to. I think it's the only way I'm gonna cope with those three creatures that I've been stuck with.
Well, that's complimentary. Night 2 descends, and after a bit of table dressing and a bit more preening, Irene is ready. And bang on time is last night's host, Philly.
Looking gorgeous.
Thanks, man. Oh, this suits your outfit.
Next up, Madre. Red hat, red coat. What, no wolf?
Lovely. Hello.
Thank you. I went for a spa today.
Show off.
Okay.
The whole, like half the day I was there.
I've heard she's been to a spa today.
Steady.
Honestly, I've been stressing for 2 months, for 2 weeks before my party to get everything done.
And you still undercook the lamb. The last to get stuck in is Goss. Yay, fizzy pop.
I was quite glad to see that Irene offered us appetizer.
It's nice gestures. It don't have to be alcohol. Honestly, you don't have to entertain with alcohol.
Quick, serve some alcohol. Madre looks like she might leave.
Can I offer you guys something else, or is the appetizer still okay?
What do you have?
I have wine, but I don't know the names of the wine. so I decided, okay, I can't
Not serve us alcohol.
not serve you alcohol.
We only had 2 bottles of wine here, and it was sweet wine, and I hate sweet wine. I'll open it for you.
Do you have
The sweetness may not be the only obstacle.
I don't have wine opener. Do I even have a wine opener?
I understand she's not a drinker, but doesn't any of her guests drink? Don't she ever entertain people who drink?
Desperate measures, the men get butch with the bottles. Come on, force it, Philly.
I thought I'm really embarrassed because, I mean, it shows that I don't drink. So I don't have like a Coke opener, whatever, a screw, whatever opener. So luckily they made a plan.
Quick, dish up your snotty starter. Glitzo with avocado, feta and biltong. Well, I must say, the conversation's flowing.
It was a strange texture, and by the second bite, I don't know whether it should have been served warmer, though.
I must admit, I'm bored out of my skin. Very nice.
Yes, it's fascinating, Salt.
Okay, let me show you.
The vibe tonight has been completely different to last night.
Okay, guys, I'm done with the serving of the starter. Are you guys ready for the main? Let me just...
OK, here it is. Nosho, served with lamb and vegetables and a little ceremony.
But before I serve my main, traditionally, what we do, we kneel down to let the people that we're serving to wash their hands before they eat.
Thank you very much.
Is that all South African men first?
Yes.
Oh, it's a bit late now. They've already eaten the starter.
I'm also going to get you a fork.
Don't sulk, Madre. You should be barefoot in the kitchen.
The conversation is going nowhere.
No, Papa G, I really don't know what you do for a living.
I used to sell dreams, but now I plan dreams. And the reason why I stopped selling dreams and I started planning dreams, I realized that dreams take longer if you don't plan for them.
So I got Gosh not to evade the question about what he does. I regret having gone down that road because it seems like a road of no return.
You can study engineering and still end up as a dream planner.
Okay.
You can study philosophy. It's not about what you study.
So
it's about your understanding of planning dreams.
I still don't know about selling dreams and planning dreams.
Confusing. What the hell does he do?
The fish is clueless too.
All the problems of the world, I'm not
We had a couple of serious discussions.
Everything takes time. The problem with South Africans is that we want temporary solutions to a permanent problem, and we're not patient enough to wait and know that things will become okay. We're at the right place, we're at the right time. We must just fast bait, say the Boer. The Boer say fast bait.
That's true. Stop blaming or looking for excuses and start looking for solutions.
Philly, I want to give you, you're a journalist, ne?
Yeah.
I want you to do some investigations, and I'm really daring you.
I don't appreciate it when people start with their own preconceived ideas while somebody else is talking and you can see they're not listening to that person's viewpoint.
Because there's strong opinions about everything. And he just doesn't stop talking.
Maybe silence is golden. Serve him dessert, Irene, so Goss has to take a break. And Sika with raspberries. And as a little chaser, ta-da! The Mapani worms.
Are those the dry ones, Philly?
Can I? Oh, no, this is hot. I only had dry ones once and it tasted like dog food, so I'm going to try it. Definitely.
You're going to try it?
I'm
So you think the challenge is between...
Them and them. I want to...
No, I think it's unfair.
No, really.
Take one.
No. I'm going to throw up.
You're not.
You're going to see projectile vomiting.
You're not going to.
Really? You're going to have all your inclusion won't ever come back.
Come on, man up, Philly. Goss is gobbling them down.
No.
Don't analyze it too much.
This is better than the dry ones.
But not much.
Madre, she was on another level. She didn't really want to taste them. And actually put the whole competition a bit down.
Yeah, get a coat. Oh, she's still wearing it.
I was a bit disappointed in the hosting skills. The food was not that fabulous, so unfortunately I have to score Irene a fading 5.
Because Irene didn't really host us a lot and didn't really cater for everybody's taste and left us alone a lot, and I didn't really feel comfy, I'm going to give her a 6.
I'm going to give Irene a nice, wonderful 7.
So, super confident, Irene scores a lukewarm 18 after a very lukewarm night. It's day 3 of the competition, and the competitors are still chewing over the night before.
Plane's over, and I'm catching up on some wine I didn't got last night.
Yesterday, I was looking forward to the heated debates, and I think I got a bit burnt as well with them.
The lucky thing is that he's going to host the last night, and so I still have 2 nights to put pressure on him.
We are 2 men at opposite ends of the spectrum.
The last lady to host is Madre. She plans a heritage meal with recipes from her Oma, including bread baked in a tin. The starter is marrow bones, tin bread, milk turt and boerretroos, a real Burmese meal. Madre's boerretroos is brandy laced with a little coffee and cream.
This is such an easy dish.
Starter's done, Madre moves on to the main. Karoo lamb shanks, green beans and mother-in-law's pumpkin.
Oh no, another lamb?
Lamb is an endangered species after this week. Really save the lamb. Leave the rhino, save the lamb.
Yes, save that lamb. Madre, in Burmese mode, moves on to prep dessert. Uma Daisy's roly-poly. Ooh, cutting-edge cuisine.
This dessert is called Oma Daisy's roly-poly. I can remember it like yesterday when we all went to church together while she had the roast in the oven. And then the dessert was the favorite of all the men, and she made it because the men wanted it.
Oh, there's a dress code as well.
Oh, yes. Stand by your hats. Madre's theme is traditional Afrikaans khakis.
But why did you have to bring in now the brave in the khaki? Honestly.
This is the first piece of competition I see, except for the mains, which I'm not too crazy about because of, silencing the lamps. But other than that, it's gonna be a killer night.
I would love to see ghosts in khakis.
God bless the boer.
Private joke, Dos? Now, Madre's boar evening is set to start, and last night's host arrived. It's payback time, I'm afraid, Irene. Madre has just the thing for you. And if Homer's Sunday hat doesn't ruin your outfit, the frilly housewife apron certainly will.
Hello.
Here's Philly. Looks like he's overexcited at the prospect of an apron.
Oh, but it is so nice.
And the last member to join the four-trekker family is Goss.
Yeah, wait.
Good, how are you?
Oh, young, strong.
So vain, Goss.
I like that.
No 11 official languages here, nor budding singers. On with the meal. Hats on, tins at the ready.
The vibe's fantastic. I think maybe everyone had a good rest.
Madre is profiting from Irene's shortfall by plying the guests with booze and even has a little dig.
Are you gonna teach me?
Yeah, you can choose whichever one is your preference.
Well, that's for Philly to open it up.
But Dooswijn isn't good.
Not amused.
It was a joke. It was ha ha ha. Whatever.
Whatever. Next, Madre gets the marrows ready to serve. She softens the onions and places the marrows in the pan to cook.
All right, guys, you can make yourself comfortable
Thank
in
you.
the dining room.
Where do we sit?
Any place you'd like.
The Beverly Hillbillies take a seat while Madre plates her very traditional fare. And the starter is served. Marrow bones with tin bread and spreads.
Wow.
I might just swap around again. I think in traditional Afrikaans culture, the women would all still actually be together in the kitchen, and we'd come out in drips and drabs. We'll serve them in, and then we'll settle down.
I'm just confused. I don't know what she wants. I don't know how she actually does things. Because 1 minute she says, no, it's all about women, 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 women. And in her house, women come first. But I saw her switching it up, So it actually makes me very confused.
So Irene doesn't quite know what to make of Madre, but Goss is pretty sure he knows what Irene's all about. And after a spot of high-fiving over the table, he ruddy well tells her.
I think you've got a bit of a devious soul. Because you're busy holding back on small little things about you. But not you as a person devious, but you've got a devious soul.
But I still don't even see that as... I don't think she's got a devious soul. Even...
But I'm not saying it's a bad devious
It's not a... No, I'm not meaning it badly. Honestly, I don't mean this badly.
I wanted to act like I'm offended strategically because I thought that if I act like I'm offended, then he's going to not feel confident about my vote tomorrow. Are you saying that?
I didn't say you were devious. I said you were a devious soul.
Okay, why do you say that?
She's honestly the purest soul in this around this table.
But that's your opinion, Philip. It's not the
It's
fact.
just my opinion.
Thank you. Alright.
Yeah, it's my opinion. But the thing is, I cannot even label her anything close to devious. Explain
Explain it then.
explain your definition of devious, because you said it.
You personalized it. You personalized it.
Just ignore that devious stirrer, Goss. Far better to give Philly some totally unsolicited advice.
When you are being a journalist, you must be true to what you're reporting about, and you must be you must be informed about what you're reporting about.
So do you honestly think that the first time I start to type a story, I'm not informed on what I'm typing about?
I didn't say that.
We're all sitting there, and all of a sudden there's fireworks on the table.
How can you label me as a person that's going to be reporting biasly towards a certain party just because I'm Afrikaans?
I didn't say that.
But that's what you're going towards to.
No, I wasn't.
The whole thing about what you just said is I'm not looking biasly at everything.
No. I didn't say anything.
Guys are too serious now again.
I don't care.
Guys started talking about journalism, saying that some journalists are not truthful, they don't report truthfully.
And I'm trying to keep myself as calm as possible, but I want to give you a couple of few facts. Philip, you've never been in a mukuku?
I've never been in a mukuku. What's in a mukuku?
Exactly.
Okay, tell me what
go
that
research
is.
it. Write it down, go Google it. Okay? Write it down and go Google it.
Oh, Madre, you're still here.
Then there was tension, and there was fire, and then kaboom.
I'm talking, you are talking for a good 4 or 5 minutes, and I listened.
Please, can I interrupt you? Okay, can we stop this conversation now and try to enjoy our nights?
It only stops when I am trying to make a point, but let it go
Can I
ahead.
suggest that we have a fireside discussion?
We should.
Yes, you can. On to the main course. Karoo lamb shanks with green beans and mother-in-law's pumpkin. The debacle at the table has riled Mother Madre.
No, they've just been absolutely misbehaving. I don't think that is a respectful manner in which to conduct yourself.
If not me, then who? And then if not when, then when? If not now, excuse me, then when?
What are you talking about?
And after numerous attempts from both myself and Irene to please guys, just drop it now. We're at a dinner party. They just totally, they keep on with sarcastic comments.
And then in December, we're having our traditional wedding, which is the big wedding.
Are we invited?
It depends. But
There are 3 people are invited in this table. The groom
You
itself.
want me to throw you with this
Can I honestly
Listen,
tell
guys.
you
No,
why
no,
I feel
no,
offended?
No.
Can I stop
Okay.
you right here?
Because really,
I'm gonna stop you right
cannot
here.
go on the night like this.
Okay,
That's
it's
all.
nice and cold outside. Go outside. have
I
your
will go outside, it's
discussion,
fine. I just
and
want to
cool-
tell you why I'm offended.
No, you're not going to
Because-
say it here.
So tonight is actually killing 2 birds with 1 stone. A Madre's night. Boom.
Thank you for that. Thank you. It's real respectful.
And then Goss's night. Kaboom!
She is devious.
I've never blamed you, Philip.
Well, that's not what came across now.
Please, if you guys can leave the table, I'd really appreciate it.
I'm gonna take a 5-minute stroll.
Thank you.
Awkward.
My hair's gonna burn with this candle.
Try not to enjoy this too much, Irene.
This evening was in celebration of my heritage and my grandparents. I've been so excited for dishing up my granny's pudding. And I'm not going to.
Madre is a perfect ghost, and I just want to cry when we start about it. But
No, Philly, hold back.
Both of my grannies have passed away. I did this in honor with my mother-in-law.
I feel bad because I messed this whole evening up because I got so mad about defending my...
From singing and silly hats to this.
We just sang Kosisigelele together. and now...
I messed up her evening because I'm a selfish bastard trying to defend my journalism career.
Dinner parties cannot be given an exemplary exemption, that they cannot be debates.
I know we're all upset, but that didn't actually mean anything. Marjorie's pulled herself together to serve dessert. Oma Daisy's roly-poly. Maybe some uplifting tales of her wonderful granny can cheer us all up.
This is Oma Daisy's pudding. And funny enough, I can still remember this day. This is Oma Daisy and me when I was about 4 years old. She came to visit. Just lovely times.
Do you still remember this?
I do.
Oh, don't get him started. No, he's gone again.
The connection between people is always much more than you think it is. And it will always come out. From people from the past, to people from the present, people from the future. There's a big connection amongst all of us.
Just have a cheers to that.
I'll eat to that, Philip.
I think Oma Daisy is watching over us. She was a peacemaker.
All you need is love, okay?
All you need is a taxi.
I'm giving her a 7. She could have got an 8 if she did everything that she planned to do for the night and if she took control of the night.
I'm gonna give her a full 7.
The evening in general was not as good as what Irene gave us last night. So I'm gonna give Marjorie a wonderful 6.
After a roller coaster of tradition, tears and tittle-tattle, Marjorie has managed to take the lead with 20 points. Despite Irene stirring, Marjorie's in pole position for the prize. It's the final day in Pretoria. Tears have been wiped away and the competitors are reflective about the previous night.
What a night last night.
Philly in the beginning seemed like a very mild-mannered, friendly guy, enjoying fun. And I've seen a side of him that he gets cross and stubborn about his view very quickly, and I didn't expect that.
I'm not really an aggressive person, so it's better to make love than war.
Yeah, please, no singing.
There was 2 balls in the crawl and we had to knock each other. It was either a situation of if not me, then who, and then if not now, then when.
I'm willing to make peace.
I'm making peace, I'm being the better man.
Well, that's convenient on your night, and as you say, if not now, then when? Goss kicks off with Umkomboti.
I would guess this is beer, homebrewed beer.
Terrific guess, Marjorie. Getting straight onto the starter, Goss is bravely serving Marjorie's all-time favourite. Mapani worm salsa in a gem squash. Yummy.
Mother is not going to be happy about my party worms.
Fried worms in dirt, anyone? Not sure mincing them's going to take away the dog food aroma. Still, time to concentrate on the main. Pork paella in a pepper, served with a mixed braai teaser.
Luckily, it's not lamb.
Now the paella is actually bacon bits with tinned vegetable curry. Genius. The pud sounds a bit safer. Bride chocks in champagne fruits.
I'm going for another bride dessert.
What a cackle. This bride dessert is stewed in tin cups. Oh, and there's a dress code. Comfy, like you're going for a braikie with your chommy. What chommy's that?
A braai of chommy. We'll go that.
Less of your lip, Philip.
Braai of chommy.
With everything good to go, Goss focuses on his decor.
The spoon, dessert with a teaspoon, the knife and fork for the main course. Yippee! Successful, you see?
You're only laying a table, Goss. Time to bury the hatchet with that tough guy, Philly.
Hey, welcome.
Nicely faked chumminess, guys.
Oh, a conca, man.
Yes, of course.
This is amazing.
Brafili,
Okay.
this one, we're going to have a shot together.
That's why I said I bring it for peace offering, and we must drink it before the other. Of not everything, but at least have a shot before the other comes.
L'chaim.
L'chaim.
Quick, bring in the women folk before Philly gets teary. Mother Madre.
Ooh, is dit is lekker warm hier so.
And the stirrer.
How are you?
Trust the journalist to have the last written word.
I'm still standing strong on what I believe in, and you can't trust the reporter. And don't mess with the press.
So we're going to have a shot of mkomboti.
Do you have the non-alcoholic one?
I've got you on, Irene. I do have non-alcoholic mkomboti for you.
That's custard.
I don't understand how Ultramil can be non-alcoholic mkomboti. I really don't understand that. That really peeved me off.
Before I pour the mkomboti, I also want to give some out to the ancestors, just to thank them for the wonderful week that we've had and for keeping us safe up to now. So we just come and rise with me. We'll just go over to the soil so we can return to the soil for the ancestors. Please come through.
Don't everyone rush at once.
What's wrong, Irene? You don't believe in the whole ancestral thing?
I don't, honestly.
Okay. No, that's fine.
I honestly don't. I wish I could stand there and do that with you, but honestly, it's against my belief.
That's 100%.
Thank
you
you.
guys?
Same feeling.
No pressure, Philip.
Philip, you want to do it with me?
Yes.
All right. Just a little 2 pours. That's it. One more. A little bit worried about the whole Mkomboti and ancestors thing. It seems to have brought up a bit of emotions with people and stuff. Only Philip, funny enough, was playing good on it.
Not so easy being the host, eh, Goss?
Cheers. Cheers. Philly, I've got a nice little one for you. So tonight, you're going to use my favorite beer mug. The wife doesn't like too much. You can drink on me. Okay, so that's for you.
Thanks.
Okay, so I can pour you whatever in me.
Philly and Goss, all I can say is good show tonight, boys.
I am having a bit slightly second thoughts about the starter after the Mkomboti thing. But at the same time, I'm very proud.
Well, they do say pride comes before a fall. Orderly queue, please, for minced mapami with a side of whole worms, just as a reminder.
My lady.
They should have known from the nights before, from my night, that Madre does not want to eat mopani worms. He could have just maybe gave another option.
What, like barbecued worms? Still, Madre's making a feast of it and digging into her gem squash. Mmm. Now swallow, Philip. Get it down, your son.
Sorry, I just ate
What did you eat?
mopani butter.
A whole one?
But sorry, this one goes down better than just the plain one with the gem squash. But if it was just a little bit smaller.
Look at that cute fella.
It's a bit chewy.
It feels cool.
I want to get going on the main so we don't wait too long. And I also start up on a bit of the dessert as well. The dessert needs to cook a bit.
That's fine. And then you can bring out beer, maybe.
Oh, yeah, you can have beers.
Philly and Goss's friendship tonight is so fake.
This is fake. This is absolute. Yay! Have a beer.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Maybe the bacon bits will be easier to swallow.
I want to give Philly his Phillified beer, and then you can get going from there.
Some red wine to wash away the bitterness, Madre?
You want more red wine?
Red would be good, thank you.
Maybe her personality will pop out because he's very quiet. Let's have a cheers, eh? Ching ching.
Ching ching.
She's not the Madre I'm used to. She's still a lovely, cute person. I still love to cuddle her and give her a hug.
Don't you think that I'm a little bit cross with you, at least? And I don't really feel like you're buddies now, witnessing this whole story now.
Drink wine to calm down.
What's wrong with me? I'm just tired, thank you.
Madre is very upset. I understand why she was upset. They really ruined her night.
I was just very disappointed last night. I didn't expect that. And You and Gus's fake little friendship now. It's a little bit too late. I wish you guys could have done that earlier last night.
No, I think I'm putting up a fake friendship. This is totally not the thing. I don't have to put up a fake
I'm
friendship.
glad for you guys if you reconciled. I'm really glad.
You sound it. Next course, please. Pork paella in a pepper.
I'm very curious about the combination. I'm wondering whether it works or not. But one thing I can't comment about is boerewors, which I'm good with. This is a bit raw. I'm sorry.
Your exposure to paella, it's Spanish, all of that. You mentioned that you've travelled a lot. So, yeah, I'd like to hear where it's all coming from.
Funny thing about the paella and the braai was that the first time I was exposed to paella, when I went to Finland, my first time overseas was to Finland.
You went all the way to Finland to eat Spanish food. Interesting choice.
The dad.
So we traveled to, I don't know what country of Finland, and then from Finland we traveled to USA, and then we started with Limpopo.
And nothing there made sense. The story about paella in Finland and braai, yeah. It was just two things on a plate, I'm sorry.
You're not sorry, Madre.
Maybe that's how they do it in Finland. That's not how they do it in Spain.
I think it's time I tell you guys what I do.
You know, the whole week he created this whole build-up that he's a dream builder, whatever, he's a dream planner.
At the moment, I work for the breweries, and I'm a sales manager, so I sell beers.
And then to find out that he's already like in sales or some marketing.
I said, and you know what I told my husband? He's a flippin' fake.
That's why I said I went from selling dreams, which is the cars, selling of dreams, people who come there with a dream. I want to drive this wonderful car, and now I'm helping people to sell plans, to plan to drive these wonderful cars again.
And he sits there and there's all these wonderful stories. Thanks for telling me.
All of a sudden, the reality is kicking in of this. It's really kicking in.
You know, when I really knew he was a fake, when I said to him last night, he said, sorry. I said, but now why tonight? He says to me, if not now, then when?
Or who, or what?
My biggest dream is to outsell Harry Potter. Fine.
Watch out, J.K. Rowling.
I've created a new character that's going to become more famous than a hobbit.
Oh, go on then. Yes, this is going to be brilliant.
So they've got the skin of a worm,
Right.
but the top of a fairy.
A Mapami maiden. Keep it together, Irene.
And he talked about the characters in his book.
A man can but dream. Back with Goss, and his bid for the prize could do with a serious boost. And this is it. A last-ditch attempt. Dessert. Bride chocks in champagne.
Anything like this, yeah, after a night out, yeah. This is a true South African magical. Wow.
But is it enough?
Okay, the food was not to my liking. And the atmosphere and the ambience of the night was dreadful. So therefore, I am scoring you a 6.
I'm willing to teach you a thing or two about braaiing. And for this whole evening, I'm going to give you a good 5.
So, with 11 points, Goss needs a whopping 9 from Madre to share the prize of 10,000 rand. Fat chance. And it's down to the host to reveal the results.
You guys ready for this? Whoa. And in 4th place is me.
Gossmaster, you promised us a dream. It was all fake. For that, I'll score you a fair 5. Because if not now, then when?
And then in 3rd place is Irene. And it's between Madre Philly. And the winner is Mama Madre.
So, a well-deserved win for Madre, despite Irene urging her downfall and the boys butting heads. Oma would be so pleased.
I'm really disappointed, but yeah, it's a competition, and I think people mark the way they felt, so it's okay. It's part of life.
I'm glad I went through it, and it has taught me a lot.
The reward is sweet. Right, it's all right.
Africa.
Cheers.
If not now, then when?
In your case, fella, never.